Hello friends, this is Vedic Astrology by Rani and I'm here to talk about for the horoscope for the month of April 2022. Before I begin, this is a Happy New Year for people of Vedic and Indian origin. Happy New Year to all of you. Even though I have some tough situations to address, I want to pray for each of you for your safety and well-being, and let's pray together that many of the events that if they're bad about to happen, they don't happen. There is a lot of power in praying and in our mantras. Please connect with the higher being. But let's talk about now actually what's going to be happening in the month of May. Like I said in my last videos previously, that there will be April 5th, 6th and 7th are to be watched, because there will be Mars and Saturn will be exactly conjuncting at 28 degrees in Capricorn on April 5th. So please folks, there is a lot of plenty of bad stuff is expectation, explosive activities, natural disasters. I will describe in my below description soon. So have your kit ready. I'm not saying it's going to happen everywhere, but it's expected to happen in many parts of the world. So now on March 15, Rahu and Ketu have had entered in cardinal signs of Aries and Libra and axis, and they will be staying there through November 2023, like I said in my previous videos too. And this is going to transform us. It's going to, so many things will be happening by the end of this transition, November 2023. We will be facing a different looking at the life in a different way. Transformation will be there. Now, so expect a lot of new beginnings in many areas of your life wherever these signs sit in your chart and in the world. Anything related to space or universe kind of things like aliens and space things of unknown are real possibility to be known to the mankind. There is a confrontation with the aliens possibility too. So now what's the good news? The good news is the wrath of coronavirus is gone due to this change of Rahu Ketu axis. So but that doesn't mean that corona is actually completely over, but the big serious stuff is gone. We need to still be careful with our distance and masking and things like that. You can begin to travel and enjoy your life now. Now also, due to the planetary conditions like this, masses will be demanding justice and they will be given. This process is beginning. It has to be now, justice has to prevail in most situations. Don't expect perfection, but I know this is a good sign. So now we have a Uranus there too. So Uranus being there too, big earthquakes, like I said earlier, is a great possibility too. So we can expect that there will be, be careful. Don't want to say too much. It can happen throughout the world from place to place. Now we can expect that with all these planetary energies, the good thing is that there will be many new inventions, new discoveries and researches will be come out, and it will begin to benefit humanity. Around August 1st, 2022, tough planetary conditions also indicate some big explosive activities. I know this is for April I'm talking about, but I just happened to notice the continuity of this theme all the way around August 1st, 2022. Now there has been a Kala Sarpa Yoga, which has been making many of us feel like we are trapped in the circumstances beyond our control. And around April 23, Mercury will be exiting out of this yoga and giving us a sigh of relief. At least that feeling of entrapped and being trapped will start to lift, because this Mercury is leaving. Now, I would say that one of the relieving factors is that that major worry about, like I said earlier, coronavirus is over, that we have been dealing with last 2 years. But still be careful, take precautions, because it's not completely gone from the earth, but its severity is over. April 8th, like I said, Mercury leaves the debilitation status of being in Pisces. Before it was in a place where we were very emotional, sensitive in many areas of our life. So now hereafter we will be more to the talking to the point, straightforward, very focused communications will be there. But be advised though that not to be argumentative and use your words very wisely, or else you will get into the fights, and that will you regret later, and it will lead to a lot of frustration that you don't want to. Now, where will be that happening in your chart? Find the Mercury in your chart, where it is looking, where it is sitting, and where is aspecting. Those are areas of communication you need to be careful. Let's say it's looking at your 7th house, so be careful how you talk to your spouse. Unnecessary fights you can avoid by knowing this knowledge. Remember, astrology is the knowledge to use to your benefit, not to predict just future. So just be careful. Now we so think before you speak, take a pause. Okay, now we have a sun also in Aries. It will be exalted by moving, because sun is moving into Aries too. It will help us to see the vision of our purpose and the actions we have been meaning to take. Now will be the time to take the action that we have been delaying for a while. So it will also, this planetary conditions also will make us focus on our view on our view on how world matters should be addressed, versus what we think of our how we want to take care of our own problems. Our focus is going to become bigger. It will also make us a bit impulsive and realize that we have a duty towards how this world matters should be dealt with. In fact, I am seeing so much so that more than ever, many people will come out and want to do the volunteer work in wherever humanity is suffering. You know, most lot of times it could be in the hospitals. Humanity is suffering, and many of us will be coming out to help. Now, Mars, let's talk about Mars. April 7th through May, it will be in a better position this month because it will be in Aquarius. It shows improvement in war status to some levels. In addition to above, the position of Neptune, I'm afraid now that oil prices, which is represented by Neptune, it will be continue to rise at least through May. It will also, of course, impact the economy. So be watchful for your expenses. Now, communications, like I said earlier, it will be at jet speed because we all will be very focused. In April and even in May, the travel will be enhanced. That's a good thing, you know. At the same time, there will be many issues to deal with the weather, and you know, so be watchful. Even the traveling is indicated. You check it out if there are weather conditions or other factors that can be impacting. So on April 13, Jupiter enters in Pisces, and Neptune will enter Pisces on April 17 too. So they can jump at the very last degrees of Aquarius, indicating some very dramatic changes that are about to take place in the world. Especially it indicates discussions of how the peace can be brought on this earth. That focus is actually good news. You know, folks, I know why all this is happening. All this turmoil and the turbulences, they are taking us to a better place because of all the planetary. Especially when I talk about Jupiter, it's in a simple words, it's very happy being in sign of Pisces. It's its own sign, and it will be there for about 1 year. And so in the areas of the life where Jupiter is in your chart in Pisces, that you can be happy about it. Wherever Jupiter is aspecting also is an area where you can see some growth, improvement. So instead of doing the each sign, I just want to give little tips here and there. You know, I hope it benefits you. This will expand the areas of also mysticism and spirituality, and the religious kind of stuff is going to expand. Even romantic areas will get better for those who are looking for marital partners or marriage or things like that. So now on April 28, Saturn will be jumping into the sign of Aquarius to stay there for about 2 months before it goes back into Capricorn. Remember, Saturn is very tough thing when it's in Capricorn, and it's a little bit more better when it's Aquarius. So again, this will make us connect with problems of the global level for masses. We will not be so much focusing on our personal stuff, more people will be ready and willing to assist other people for higher cause. So eventually all this fighting that is happening in the world, it's actually a cleansing of the earth planet, and also it's a cleansing of the big leaders of the world. So don't expect that the peace will come so quickly, but there will be a lot of discussions back and forth before to discuss possibilities of peace. Eventually it will settle down, in a peace. Eventually it will happen. I will study the planet further and let you know exactly when. August through October, there will be big changes, especially in USA, which is another video to talk about if I have a time to make that video. Around April 25th, I expect some very big government leaders may lose their thrones, positions. So now also keep in mind that April begins with a new moon and it ends with the new moon too. And above all, there is a solar eclipse on April 30th. It creates a lot of confusions and power struggles, and rash decisions are there during this period, and those are the kind of things everyone needs to watch, including the political leaders. Rash decisions can lead to more problems. We all need to stay calm, take our time when we have to make big decisions, including the people in power. Now, same day, Jupiter and Venus will be joining at 3 degrees of Pisces. So all that indicate a lot of ups and downs and grief in ending and deaths. Even though I would say Venus is a good planet, which I'm going to talk in a second. Now, there are, of course, if I haven't said that before, after seeing so many deaths and grief, if that's not enough, many big changes, extreme weather is to be seen, floods, storms, disturbance in waters, maybe fights in the war. Those are all the things that I cannot rule out. And eventually, at the end, I would say that Venus, because it will be exalted in Pisces on April 27, yes, it's time to experience beauty in everything. I'm not saying the war is ending or not. I'm just saying many of us will be say, okay, life is precious. Now we know how to appreciate life. It can be beautiful. There will be more people who will be thinking in a theme of togetherness. They want to be one global community kind of thing. Many people will want to serve humanity, and throughout this year, this will slowly and slowly bring us the new awakening in a religious way, spiritual way, and act of kindness will start to come out. Folks, all that coronavirus disaster, this war that's going on, the purpose of all of this is, according to planets, is that we all need to learn to support each other, learn to live in harmony with each other on this earth. And the true religion tell us to love and respect each other and not to fight. With that, I will end this video, and looking forward for your nice comments, and hopefully you will subscribe, and I'll see you next month. Thank you. Bye.